Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
There's a concept of barcode. Barcode is about, as you can see on the poster, two clubs, two men, two egos, and their relationships. So Parina and Simran, and how that kind of all works out together. It's based on the Mumbai nightlife, which Simran was saying earlier in another interview that Mumbai nightlife खास तौर पे बहुत special और exciting है, और इस कारण हमारा show भी काफ़ी खास और exciting है. I think it's something you've not seen before. It's a certain class of people you've not seen before. And I think web allows for that kind of communication to go out to an audience.
And I think आज तक कोई शो बना भी नहीं है like night life के ऊपर and जो ये club culture है उसके ऊपर. इंडिया में तो नहीं बना है. I think ये पहला शो है and Vignesh has done full justice to it. Vignesh is our director. I think he's done full justice to the story and everything. So it's pretty close to what it actually is.
I think there's a lot of people in this country who live outside of Bombay, जिनको जब बस सुना है कि यार बॉम्बे में काफ़ी तगड़ी नाइट लाइफ है, तो वो क्या है? I think that is what is really going to attract an audience. You know, for most of my roles, I do a lot of, it's role specific. So not every role requires कि आप, जैसे एक फिल्म थी मेरी गुड़गांव करके, उसके लिए मुझे एक अलग तरह की प्रिपरेशन करनी पड़ी. फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने अपने आप को एक कमरे में बंद कर दिया था थोड़े वक्त के लिए to feel what loneliness is. But there are certain feelings in life that you know. There are certain things that you've experienced. So my father was a businessman. I've been around a lot of businessmen. मेरे घर पे बिज़नेस की बातें होती थीं, तो ये और लोग जैसे ड्रेसअप करते हैं. मैंने अमेरिका में पढ़ाई की है, तो I've seen this level of people. I've seen people wearing coats and jackets and acting stylish and walking into a business meeting and owning that room. So I didn't need to do any particular research for this because वो मेरे already system में था. But I have not been able to play a character like this. So it was very exciting to play something that is out of what I've done already.
So Riya जो character है, I think Riya as a character, I think, is always walking around with a certain set of burden on her. Like it seems as if she's constantly under stress. Even though she's in love, but she does not have her love next to her, and even though the love wants to be next to her, but she does not want it still. So she's living in a very complex state of mind. So I did watch a lot of documentaries over people that are going through heartbreak, that are going through depression, that are going through stress, and I try to inculcate that into my character somewhere to give justice to the role. So जो मेरी preparation थी वो mostly मैंने इंटरनेट पे ही देख के की है.
Because सिमरन को और मुंडी ने कभी हार्ट ब्रेक महसूस नहीं किया है, ladies and gentlemen. Impossible. Such a beautiful woman does not experience heartbreak. Doesn't happen.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
ऐसा ही है. यार ये सवाल मैं मतलब I'm so sick and tired of this question. But I was just saying that censorship is such a strange concept in general, right? Especially on the web, because the web is meant to be an open platform. आप कुछ भी देख सकते हो web पे. आपको पता है क्या आप देख सकते हो, मुझे भी पता है आप क्या देख सकते हैं. So, and first of all, I'm a firm believer that an artist should not be censored. Whatever work an artist does, you cannot censor it because there is a certain creative language and freedom that we work under. With that said, I think things need to be age appropriate. तो जैसे नेटफ्लिक्स दिखाता है आपको कि ये इस एज ग्रुप के लिए है या नहीं है, वो एक कॉर्पोरेट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है, वो स्टूडियोज़ की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है, वो इस पर्टिकुलर शो में हंगामा की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. बट फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने खुद 4-5 वेब सीरीज़ की है. आप कुछ भी उठा के सिनेमा घर में दिखा दो, किसी को चिंता नहीं होगी, कोई किसी को आपत्ति नहीं होगी, कोई मना नहीं करेगा उसको. नो सेंसर बोर्ड विल हैव सेंसर्ड इवन वन सीन. तो इसका ये नहीं मतलब कि हम इसका नाजायज़ फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं. So even as a web industry, I don't see anybody taking advantage of what censorship is. They're using it to actually propel stories forward. Like for example, अगर आपको हर एक रिश्ता में sex होता है, and if people do not understand that, then they don't really get why children are existing. So we can't talk. Let's not get into that. But it's a normal part of a relationship with two people. So if a web series decides to show that, I think it's absolutely normal. आप कुछ गलत नहीं दिखा रहे हो. It's still within the realm of what's normal and natural. I'm very proud of this country. I'm very proud of the people who have stood up in support of this. It's very brave of women to even talk about it. Particularly हमारी इंडस्ट्री में जो सब डर के हमारे घर पे बैठते हैं कि, और पहले इंडस्ट्री छोटी थी ना, वेब नहीं था, ये नहीं था, वो नहीं था, लोग नहीं आए थे बाहर से, तो it was a very closed industry. So nobody wanted to hurt anybody. People were afraid. बट आई थिंक इट्स वेरी ब्रेव कि आज की डेट में यू सीइंग पीपल स्टैंड अप एंड सेइंग कि मेरे साथ ये जाती हुई है या ये हुआ वो हुआ है. And I'm glad that the media has supported it. You know, media spreading it. ये नहीं कि मीडिया भी डर के मारे घर पे बैठे नहीं हम नहीं लिखेंगे इसके बारे में. So I think there is a fine line. I think it's at times it can go too far. Not everything is Me Too. Sometimes relationships go bad and that's just a toxic relationship. But I think it's up to an audience. It's up to the media to decide what actually was wrong and what is not wrong and उसको लिखो आप आगे. And I think that this movement needs to keep going. If we stop it now, we're the biggest losers. So I'm very proud of this country कि हमारे देश में ऐसी बातें हो रही हैं और बंद कमरों में नहीं हो रही हैं anymore.
I have to agree with Akshay, and also I would just want to add that I think it takes a lot of courage for someone to come and speak about a horrific experience. And if somebody is doing it, I think hats off. And the least that we can do is listen and give that person the comfort that hum hai. And baki I think it was about time that something like this even came to India, knowing that the West just took a great stand on it, and I think India mein aana hi tha, and I'm glad that it's finally here.
The three things
You like about the
Simran is absolutely hilarious. She's honest with herself, about herself and everybody around her, and she's absolutely beautiful. Let's not forget that she was Miss India Universe. So I'm not the only one saying it.
Three things I like about Akshay. I think he's a brilliant actor. For me, to work with someone, I need a give and take. And I think if it wasn't for Akshay, I probably would not have been able to play Riya the way I was able to. I think he's a brilliant actor. He's a very, very great guy to hang out with. He's also very hilarious. And he's very observant. Like ये छोटी-छोटी चीज़ें observe करते हैं जो आप realize भी नहीं करते आप कर रहे हो. तो कई बार काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें मेरे बारे में मुझे इसके through पता चलती है. So yeah, it was quite an interesting thing.
Any final message for the audience?
Please watch Barcode. It's on Hangama Play.
Now.
Please, I'm batting my lashes also. Simran Kaur Mundi.
Hi, I'm Akshay Oberoi.
And you're watching us on
IWMBuzz.